If you're looking to build some teams in NHL 19 in the month of December, you've come to the right place. If it's November, well, that didn't exist because prices were pretty much like October and the teams were kind of the same that you could build. It wasn't until the great Black Friday crash of 2018 where prices really went down and we were able to build teams for far cheaper than before. So with that, let's look at the teams that you can build with these budgets. You can check out these team builds for yourself by checking out the links in the description. We're going to start with team number 1, the most important team in this video because it's the team where everyone is under 80 overall except one card for the purpose of competitive seasons. So these are who I think are the best cards that you can use for that competitive seasons. A lot of these guys have the BU synergy. Many of them are really fast. Most of them should have a good shot. Your defensemen, as always, are huge. And that's what we like in our defensemen, so that they can take away those passing lanes, so they can have the body advantage on any forwards crashing the net. Your first line center should be the best card that you have. Gretzky or Lemieux would be the best possible option, but not many people can afford that. If you've been doing your daily logins, then you'll have yourself a monthly card which has a pretty decent face-off rating, such as this Joe Nieuwendyk. If not, then just go with whoever that you have that's hopefully good at taking the draws. Because I think that's where your best card should be, quarterbacking your first line so that he can help you win draws better than hopefully your opponent's centerman. The rest of your centermen, they're really good at taking faceoffs. Jim Slater, Lou Glendening, Darren Helm, they're fast. They're good at face-offs. That's all you really need there. Some of these other cards, there's a lot of Team of the Week cards here. There's a Primetime Duclair. Might be a little hard to find. This DeBrincat is absolutely like the best 80 or under overall card that you can find. He's probably pretty expensive, but this is the type of team that you want to build. Ben Bishop's going to be a net for you, big guy. He's 80 overall, so that's good for us. If you don't want him, go for a card like Carter Hutton, who has the BU synergy. Then you can have a bronze goalie with BU instead. The next team for most people starting out, this is the team that you want to build if you're new to Hockey Ultimate Team. These are going to be your low gold rare cards. You can pick up these guys mostly for like 3K each, and that's pretty crazy when you're considering a card like Larionov, who is amazing at face-offs, and if you do end up building a team like this, he's going to be taking your face-offs for a really long time because he's got that good of a face-off stat. Then in other cases, we have cards like Blake Wheeler, Patrice Bergeron, Mark Scheifele. These are really cheap cards, surprisingly, so that's why you want them on this starter squad. A lot of these other cards you've seen in my previous team build video because not a whole lot has changed from then until now. Mikko Koivu, I think, is the one card that kind of breaks that, however. He's an 83 overall. That's cheap. He's really solid defensively. He's a big dude. So I feel like he's going to be your 6th man on defense with these base gold rare cards. With this setup, we're not going to really activate any kind of synergies. I mean, we activate Call the Shot. It kind of just happened. Happens to be 3 forwards on your right wing and then William Karlsson on the left wing. But you can live without it. You don't have to build this team exactly how it is. This team should cost you about maybe 60 to 75K if you want to build it yourself. The next squad we have are the mid-tier gold rare cards. Most of these cards you'll find for under 25K, but maybe some of the more expensive cards I found maybe fit better in this squad than in the next one. A card such as Cournoyer, he's super fast like a Pavel Bure, going for about maybe 40-45K. So even though the rest of these cards go for 20-25K, he's still a good person to get for this squad. Your centers are just filled with alumni cards, and they're all really good at taking face-offs. You see Larionov, I mean, you got him for 5K or so. He's still going to be on the squad as your second linesman. Auto, he's kind of tough to find. A lot of people want themselves some auto, but if you can pick him up, definitely have him because, again, he's good at taking faceoffs. Everywhere else on forwards, we got some high-end gold rare base cards. Line A, I absolutely love this card, so I definitely want you guys to pick him up. He is kind of underrated in the sense that he's an 84 overall. He's really fast, 92 acceleration, agility, and speed, but his shot is over 84 overall, which you don't see a lot out of these gold rare base cards. 86 slap shot accuracy, 87 wrist shot accuracy, so he's really good there. On defense, we have a bunch of really big guys. This Ristolainen and Tyler Myers are really important. Ristolainen, he's a 6'4" card. He's super fast, and he has the BU synergy. You can pick him up by completing the Christmas challenges, which is why it's important that you get that done, because this is a great reward to have. We mentioned in previous videos, Sean Couturier is a great base gold card. Well, now you have his Team of the Week card. We're going to upgrade him by 2 and throw him onto this squad. Bufflin and Hedman, some of the higher end defensive cards are here, though they're a little slow, but they will play great for you defensively. And then on the third line, we got Tyler Myers and Nikolai Ehlers. This Tyler Myers card is a Thanksgiving card, but he's a 6'8" beast. That's why you want to pick him up. He's like a Chara that can actually skate with 93 skating. Finally, Pete Lepresti is going to be your goalie. He's a goalie that's going for around that price, and he's got the BU synergy, which helps us activate that for the rest of the squad. If you're trying to build this squad, I'd say it's going for around 400 to 500k, depending on how cheaply you can get these cards. The next team build is your higher end gold cards, but these aren't necessarily your end game type of cards where you'll hold them on until like the rest of the year, but they are still incredibly solid cards. The first thing you might notice is there are a ton of Thanksgiving cards on this build because those Thanksgiving cards are absolutely amazing. Definitely pick up like one of each of the 88 set cards that came out, such as Besser, Pedersen, Kessel, Malkin, Scheifele. Let's take a look at some of their stats. They're really fast, and they have amazing shots with 88, 89. You'll see this with players like Kessel as well, hitting the 90s with 95 acceleration and skating. That's not the type of shooting stats that you'll see out of cards with a similar overall, such as this Kucherov. This Kucherov, an 87 overall. His wrist shot power is only 83. That is kind of garbage. We go over to a card like McDavid, who's super fast. His wrist shot power and slap shot power at 83, and then accuracy at 86 or 87. That's a little bit better. But that's why these Thanksgiving cards are pretty amazing. Larionov makes another appearance, this time an upgraded version of him, an 87 overall. This is the one right before his max upgrade. I think he was going for about 100k, and we want to upgrade him so we can take advantage of his face-off stat at 94. Everywhere else, you'll see upgrades such as this Line, this Bergeron. We pick up a Mark Messier, 90 overall. He's probably going to be your most expensive card, but he's important, again, because of face-offs. There's not a whole lot of really good cards that can take draws around this range. He's a rare card to find, but I would definitely recommend him here. On defense, this is where things get really interesting because you have 4 legend cards that you're going to have on your team. And these 4 legend cards are ridiculously fast. 98 acceleration, 98 speed for Numminen, who can play defense really well, but their shots are going to be lacking a little bit, at least compared to maybe some of the other cards around this range. Anderchuk, even though he's a forward, will have him on defense. Same with Linden. Just because they're tall dudes, they'll be really good around here. And then your last 2 cards, you got the Halloween Master Set Bufflin. Tall dude. He's going to be great for you defensively. He's fast, and he can rip him a new one. Paul Coffey's also going to be on defense for you, showing up all these legend cards as just a base alumni card. For your goalies, I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to goalies. Their stats, even though they're all over the place, they play pretty much the same. Marc-Andre Fleury, the Master Set player card that came out recently, is your best bet only because it has 4 synergies. But at the same time, you're not really going to activate any of these 4 synergies, so it's kind of a useless card. But pick them up anyway. Otherwise, just go with whatever your most favorite base gold rare goalie is. Or you can use Tyler Johnson in net from the backups. The synergies that we activate are Passing Playmaker, Call the Shot, Breakout Master, and unfortunately we don't get to activate any kind of team synergies, but we're pretty close to Trap if you want to activate that. Finally, the last squad, the best possible cards that you can get in the game right now. And it looks pretty similar to the one I made back in October. I mean, we just added a few extra cards here or there. But yeah, if you play a team like this, they probably spent thousands of dollars on the game, so have fun. Lots of synergies get activated here, but when it comes to team synergies, yeah, we still got no team synergies activated because that's just how it goes. Anyways, guys, that's my team builds for December. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you need help building your team. Link them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to help or suggest you some players that you could get.